would expect defense will rule the day in Miami with the Canes hosting the Hokies. And again, this is the de facto championship game for the division. In the Coastal, Virginia Tech, with a loss already in the ACC, would need to still do some. It's a possibility that Miami, with a loss elsewhere involving Georgia Tech, could win the division already the first week of November. Miami disappointing in regards to performance to a large extent, but they get the job done. Another sluggish win last week at Chapel Hill, and Virginia Tech playing extremely well most of the time, and the one loss obviously at home against Clemson. Virginia Tech, Miami, old rivals meeting in a very important game.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time in 12 years that this game has meant anything in the national landscape. It was 2005. Virginia Tech, Miami were top 5 teams. Miami came into Blacksburg and just pounced on the Hokies, won, I believe, 31-7. Marcus Vick had 6 turnovers. It was a debacle for the Hokies. And it's been 12 years since that game has had that sort of national relevance. So it's nice to see this rivalry once again meaning something, especially for the ACC, which is these are the 2 preeminent teams in the Coastal Division. They need, as a league, they need this game to mean something. It's going to be a defensive battle, like you said. 2 good defenses. Miami, one of the best teams in the country at forcing turnovers, struggle a little bit against the run. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech, they force turnovers. They're pretty good across the board. Number 2 in the country in scoring defense. So 2 offenses that have had their moments. I think Virginia Tech's offense has shown a little bit more firepower, although I think the talent gap, or the talent advantage rather, probably goes to Miami. If I was just drafting players, I would draft guys like Amon Richards and Braxton Berrios and Jeff Thomas ahead of pretty much everybody Tech has outside of Cam Phillips. I think Miami has more weapons, but Virginia Tech has a better scheme, and they've put up more points in games this season. Miami continues to struggle week in and week out with inferior opponents. None of that matters now. They have a chance to still control their own destiny. They're obviously undefeated. I just think Virginia Tech is a little bit more of a consistent team. I trust Virginia Tech on both sides of the ball. I know Mark Richt is a proven head coach, but I actually think Virginia Tech has a better coaching staff in this game. I think that's going to be a main difference in the game on Saturday night. I think Virginia Tech wins 27-20. Wouldn't surprise me if Miami wins, but I'm going to lean towards the Hokies, who I've seen make fewer mistakes this season.
Yeah, in what appears to be a toss-up game, and with Miami with a home field advantage, they're certainly not going to win this game unless they find some semblance of a running game, and they couldn't impose their will on North Carolina that has like 16 players on the shelf due to injury, and most of those guys on a defense, and Travis Homer and company. That Miami offensive line still not fixed, and MarkRogersTV may have to carry the load against a very tough Virginia Tech defense.